Hello, Taurus. My name is Michelle. I'm an intuitive tarot reader out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Think about hitting that like button. But mainly, please go down to the comment section and let me know where you're watching this video from. It still amazes me how YouTube gets our messages out across the universe. I got a message from Dubai. I've gotten a message from South Africa. It's so beautiful that YouTube has really connected our metaphysical community and made us so close. If you're an existing tribe member, thank you so much. It's because of you I'm here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you haven't gone over to my Instagram yet, go pop over at Signs of Tarot, where I take real life photography and I compare those photos to what would be a tarot card reading. Right now I have a super funky series going on. I'm taking album covers from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, super popular album covers. And I'm taking the album cover art and reading them as if they were a tarot card. I think today I just posted Van Halen's 1984, and I found 3 separate tarot cards in one album cover. So it's really kind of fun over there on Instagram. Okay, Taurus, without further ado, I'm going to dive right into your reading. Remember, not all of these messages can resonate. We have thousands and thousands of people watching these videos on YouTube, thank God. I'm never going to take that for granted, but not everyone's living the same story. Make sure you put yourself where you belong in the story, and if it doesn't resonate with you today, stop in next week. I've been really getting up astrocast for all of the astrology signs every week. Plus I'm doing some twin flame readings. Plus I'm doing some deep dives into the tarot cards so that you can learn to read tarot. All right, I'm going to dive right on in. Taurus, we got the willow. Of course, it's the weeping willow, but it is a tree of isolation by the pond. So I don't know if you're feeling isolated right now. I'm getting an intuitive feeling that right now you are feeling isolated, even though you're not. You have friends, family, loved ones, and potentially a significant other. Maybe, maybe not. I'll have to see what the cards have to say. It seems like you have a good job and that you're happy, but something is making you personally feel isolated. And there's a little bit of an entrapment. Okay, you might play a musical instrument. There is a harp in this card. It's the only card in this particular tree deck that has an instrument, but the instrument looks like it hasn't played. So something is not strumming your soul. Truthfully, it feels to me like you have put some of your needs, some of your value system on the shelf. Now, sometimes that happens when work gets busy, or if you have to take care of a sick loved one, or if your friends or loved ones are having issues, you sometimes have to put your needs on the side. But this particular card is telling me that you have allowed yourself to be on the sideline for way too long. I mean, there's not a hint of a person, another tree, or anything in this card. Okay? Music is probably very important to you, whether it's important in your current relationship or you just broke up with someone, or you play an instrument, or you haven't been able to play an instrument. Part of me is getting this sick feeling that you fell upon some hard times financially and maybe had to pawn your musical instrument, or you had to give it away or sell it, and you're having a deep feeling of not being able to play your instrument, something like that. Okay, put this where it belongs in this story. If not, maybe you hit a sad song, heard something sad just today on the radio that reminded you of a time that was a little bit easier, or reminded you of somebody who is no longer with us and is in the ether right now. Something about music, harp, connectivity is really resonating hard with me with this card. So let's dive into your reading right now, Taurus. I'm gonna use my Rider-Waite deck. I know that that's the original. I've got 12 decks sitting on this table right now. Let me see what we can do. Yes, I hope you're okay. I'm gonna cut the cards 3 times. The Judgment, the Star, 5 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups, beautiful, 2 of Swords, ends up with the World. Wow. How many times do you have a 6-card read and have 4 major arcanas talking about karma, judgment, ending, and a beginning? All right, so let's dive right into your read here. We start with the 2 of Swords. This is an absolute choice you have to make, or an absolute choice you just recently made that has you caught in your head. You see the blindfold on this person. Blindfolds are always talking about not seeing reality, or purposely not looking in the direction you need to look in because you don't want to see reality. Putting a blindfold on allows yourself not to make the proper choice you need to make. I mean, if you don't see it, it's not there, right? It's kind of like when you hide underneath the covers during a scary movie. If you hide, you don't have to see it. Universe is telling you need to open your eyes and see things for what it is, no matter how painful. You need to see what is going on. I don't know if this is in a love relationship, if you saw something that you don't want to see, that you want to unsee, if you saw a text or a message, because swords are all about communication. Did you see something online that made you feel that your significant other or the person that you're dating is not being faithful? Did you see something in writing in the workplace that made you feel, wow, I'm going to get fired, or somebody is setting me up to show that I don't really know what I'm doing, or something about intellect and communication, which to me is always computers or phones. Maybe you got some text messages. Okay, we have the moon in the background of this card. We are just coming out of the Lion's Gate and a full moon. So maybe this happened last week and maybe it is carrying over to this week. But let's go dive deep into this card a little bit. A decision needs to be made. Okay, and when swords point up, the swords are pointing up to the universe. It's telling you to ask your guides, ask your spirit, ask your internal intuition. What should you do? Whenever I see swords, I always feel that there are messages and downloads coming down to you. Now we have the blindfold on. Are you not seeing the messages? Are you not listening to the messages? Have you seen synchronicities? You know, whenever you drive behind a license plate and it says 3333, or you drive up to a 7-Eleven and it says 7777 as the address, or anytime you see patterns in numbers and letters, or maybe you're thinking of somebody that matters to you and you pull up to a Starbucks and on their name tag is that name, or you're thinking about someone and all of a sudden after 2 years they call you, you can't overlook that. There's no such thing as a coincidence. That is designed for the universe to stop you, make you get really into the present. What were you thinking when you saw that 777? What was on your mind when you looked at your watch or your phone clock and it said 1234 on it? What were you thinking at that moment? See, universe's guide to letting you know that you're heading down the right path. Now, somebody has to make a decision here. Okay, and there's tumultuous waters behind. Okay, are you leaving a tumultuous relationship behind? Yeah, it's hard. But if you know it's the right thing to do, you have my support and you have the support of the universe. You see those big rocks, God, I can talk, symbolizing earth? Throughout the tumultuousness, there's a little few patches of grounding, of earth, of stability, of security, but your back is to them. Is it time for you to move forward? Okay, this is all about needing to make a decision with your eyes wide open. We're going to head right into the next card, the star card, sign of Aquarius. Doesn't have to be Aquarius, Taurus, but it could be in your chart. It could be in your significant other's chart. It could be somebody in your energy field's chart. We get other people's energy. You hear all of us tarot light workers talking about saging yourself, leaving your shoes outside of your home. Fuck yes. You track other entities in, you track other people's energy in, leave your shoes at the door. Let's talk about the star card, one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's about healing. It's about recognizing what makes you happy and having the courage to peel off all of your clothes. Look at yourself from a very vulnerable place, taking that blindfold off and seeing the true reality. She's cleansing herself in a pond, 1 foot in the water of emotion, one knee on the earth for stability and security, pouring water onto the earth so that she can bloom flowers, food, and pouring another cup back into the pond, because we have to have an equal give and take. We get, we receive, we give. This is all about balance. But the star card is a little bit different than the temperance card, which has a similar meaning. The star card for me is you making the decision to do this. See, when you go outside tonight, and it's nighttime in Vegas, I don't know where you're watching this from, go outside, look at the very first star that you see. What that does is it puts you right into the present. The present is what you need to heal, not the past. And this is all about moving forward from whatever happened in your past that has hurt you, leaving the people behind that have not served your greater good. If somebody doesn't love you to the utmost, leave them behind. If somebody betrays you, leave them behind. If somebody lies to you, a bad lie, not a little white lie. I took the last piece of bread. No, you didn't. Not a white lie, a real lie. Leave them behind. Life is too short to have anyone in your space that doesn't lift you to your higher source. Go outside. Look at the first star you see. Say a wish. I know it's twinkle, twinkle, little star, but the truth of the matter is, it's very metaphysical. It allows you to grasp the moment. The moment is all that matters. Stop fearing the future. The future doesn't exist. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow. Stop worrying about the past. We can't go back. What you can do is command the present. I think I'm going to write this for the title. You got to command the present. That's what's going on. Judgment is calming down, and this is one of the only cards that also has a musical instrument. Okay, this card, I could go on for days and days, but this is the card of karma. So put yourself where you belong, Taurus. Did you do something, and are you reaping your karma? Or did somebody do something to you, and judgment is being called down on them? Now, this could be a lawsuit. This could be a court case. This could be judgment coming down in a formal way, a jury making a judgment, a trial. If it is, it's in the upright, it'll come in your favor. Okay, but this to me is the universe summoning all of your ancestors, your spirit guides, higher beings, your world. They are rejoicing. They're giving you guidance. They're giving you downloads. They're giving you messages. Message from the horn. Let me go back. Now I have two musical instruments in your reading. So music definitely plays a major role in your life. Whether you're a musician, whether you play an instrument, whether music soothes you and you're into rock music or country music, whatever you're into, music is definitely a part of this. But this is spirit gathering your band behind you, your spirit guides, calling judgment. So put yourself where you belong, Taurus. If you did something wrong, judgment's coming down on you. If your significant other, a friend, a family member did you dirty, karma's coming down on them. It just, you can't go through life hurting people and expect to go scot-free for the rest of your life. Okay, when you hurt someone, it's going to come back to you somehow, in some shape, in some form. Okay? Did somebody ghost you, Taurus? Did somebody leave you out in the cold? Did somebody leave you behind? Did somebody have an affair on you? The truth of the matter is, you are lifting that sorrow and that sadness from the past, and you're beginning to heal. When we get that Five of Pentacles in reverse, I love that card in reverse. It's no longer feeling unvaluable. It's no longer feeling a lack. It's no longer feeling impoverished. Okay, this can also mean that you're getting a job. And if you've been out of work or unemployment has stopped and all this bullshit with COVID and everyone losing money and losing their businesses, you may be getting a new job opportunity. You may be getting a raise. Somebody's recognizing you financially, thank God. Okay, but this is all about healing your soul. Because you have chosen to end a cycle, the world. When the world turns 365 days, the end of the year happens. Simultaneously, a new year begins. You are ending a pattern, a cycle. We all have so many different cycles in your life, you know? If you're young and you're graduating high school, you're starting college, or you're graduating college and you're starting a new job, or you're leaving a toxic relationship, or finally making the choice to leave the heartache behind if somebody left you behind without word and ghosted you. Okay? You're making the decision with your eyes wide open, Taurus, because you want to live your best life ever. The World card also means travel. Maybe you're taking a trip. The World card also means surrounding yourself with people who are of a different culture, ethnicity. I love the World card too, because to me, it's trying new foods from around the globe that you've never tried before. It's ending fear. It's shaking yourself from that particular snake, shaking yourself from temptations and starting something brand new. And guess what? Beautiful. Doesn't get better than this. The Ace of Cups. New love or new passion is coming into your life. If you're getting over a breakup, somebody left you out in the cold, you're ending that cycle, you're ending that emotional cycle, and you're moving forward. New love is coming your way. Okay. If you're in an existing relationship and you guys were fighting, or you guys have fallen upon hard times due to COVID, or somebody lost a job, or there was a financial loss, money's coming in and it's going to reboost your beautiful connectivity in that relationship. This can also be a new job, a new passion. Maybe for the first time in your life, you painted. Maybe for the first time in your life, you planted carrots and they're growing. A new passion is emerging because you had the courage to face your fears, become vulnerable, become your best self ever. Getting over a broken heart, ending patterns, making a choice to live your best life ever. Okay, Taurus, this has been your read. Please hit and smash that subscribe button. Let me know where you're watching this video from. Thank you. Namaste.